Okay, we're just going to have a quick look over this Western Star truck, just in around the hoist area. Just a simple inspection, obviously leading up to planting time / harvest, but planting time when you're hauling around your seed, fertiliser and stuff, so we need to just do a quick look on the truck. We're looking at the hoist here. We can clearly see from the hoist that it's leaking down the outside of the hoist here as well, but if we're looking up into the well while it's up at the moment, we can clearly see up in the well where it's completely wet and dirty and dust has been sticking to it. That's telling us that when it's at rest and it's travelling on the highway, that it's probably got excessive wear on the top stage, and that top stage is seal that is chopped out, and therefore it's causing an external leak that's running down the hoist, obviously when it's in folded up position travelling on the highway. But the other thing we can also notice is if we're looking at the actual stages on the hoist, we can see where they've actually been chattering as it's going up and down, which is also a sign that the seals are not flowing smoothly as it's going in and out. So the state of the seals on this hoist are certainly not in a good condition. A hoist like this can commonly be either resealed. If it's just seals, we can linish all the stages up. We can put new seals into them and re-kit them, but generally speaking we don't know that until the hoist is actually removed from the truck. We need to look at the end of each stage very finely, in which we determine how much wear is at the end of each stage, which is where the seal sits in transport, to know whether the hoist is able to be resealed or whether it needs to be replaced with a new one. We've noticed that the floor resting plate that the hoist sits on is actually cracked on this area on both sides. The welds are letting go, so it's always good to have your eyes open when you're looking at oil leaks and then you suddenly see something that's wrong with the framework that actually holds it all in place. So always wise to just look a little bit beyond what you set out to look for. So if we're looking up in the centre here, we can see what we call a diverter valve. That diverter valve enables the oil to transfer from the front hoist to the hoist that's in the trailer, in the road train that's being pulled. Looking at that from here, we can clearly see that it needs to be serviced. Fairly simple job in this application with that style of diverter. It's really only a couple of O-rings internally, and that would then solve that leak issues that we can see happening there. So basically, all in all, just a couple of things that need to be looked at and attended to.